What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Jarrell, Big Baby Miller. Get this, Jarrell Miller goes the distance with Argentina's Bracamonte for 10 hard rounds. As we know, Jarrell Miller's been out of the ring since 2018, where he stopped Bogdan Dinu, okay, in a fourth round fight. The 10 rounds, I feel, was much needed. Jarrell Miller, to me, came in the biggest I've ever seen. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about. He was 341 pounds. That was 12 pounds bigger than he ever been in his life. And you would think that a guy that size couldn't move the way he used to, especially without the PED boost, okay? And it's a lot to discuss dealing with Jarrell Miller. I think he did pretty good, given that there was no PED or no signs or evidence of PED use. He went 10 rounds, and he didn't really look all that out of shape. He did have a gas tank. However, I did see him on the ropes a lot. You know, in his sparring sessions, he has a habit of getting on the ropes. He was doing like a rope-a-dope style technique. And for the most part, it was effective, you know, given his opponent. His opponent was also a plotting fighter as well. So they both kind of had the same style. It's just Bracamonte is not as accurate. He did catch Jarrell Miller, you know, on the sides of the head. He landed some pretty good shots. Jarrell Miller took the rope-a-dope, I think, for his own advantage, because I think he was trying to get a rest, you know, because you seen him lean in a lot, lean back on the ropes. You know, he threw and landed some pretty good uppercuts, actually, you know, on the inside of Bracamonte. Bracamonte was busted up like he normally is, okay? He is a journeyman, and he takes a lot of punches. He's a very strong fighter. It was a perfect opponent for Jarrell Miller to return to the ring. I feel that the punching power is not there. You know, I don't think he's a big puncher. I don't think he was really known to be a big puncher, though, obviously. And I think that being 341 pounds, it can show. You know, if you hit someone 300 plus, you're supposed to take them out. Look at Tyson Fury. You know, Tyson Fury was 270 pounds, and, you know, and he learned how to sit down on his punches, and he took out guys like Deontay Wilder, okay, and Dillian White. So, you know, that tells you about Jarrell Miller being massively bigger than that. You know, couldn't get a guy like Bracamonte out. But then again, it's Bracamonte, though. You know, you can throw everything in the, you know, including the kitchen sink at this guy, and he will not fold. Okay, so, you know, that could just be the opponent. But given that he does still have a gas tank, given that he can still compete on a level, you just can't help to say, damn, Jarrell, what was you thinking? Because a lot of people doubted that a big man that size can go 10 rounds or 12 that heavy and still have the punch output to go with it. Well, there you go. Jarrell Miller did that, and he didn't need PED. So the question you ask yourself, why did you have to do that? But to counter that, I think taking drugs is a mental thing. I think as long as you feel that you're taking the drugs, you think the drugs will help you. And in essence, the weirdest thing about PEDs, they can maybe up some stats, but really, will they help you in performance? And I think the answer is no. I don't think it will help you. I think the idea of taking it may mentally give you an edge, because you know that you've taken something to help you. Not saying that it actually will. As long as you think it will, therefore it will. You know what I mean? Because of course, he couldn't, because he's on a clean boxing program. He's been taking random drug testing. So no, he wasn't on any reported drugs, and he still was able to go 10 rounds. So, you know, thinking about that, you know, you got to feel sick to your stomach knowing, like, why did I fuck up these opportunities? Especially the first one with Anthony Joshua. Jerry Force was just his way back, and he fucked that up. But the Anthony Joshua one, I think, will always haunt him. Nonetheless, he was able to go 10 rounds. I think the size, he needs to definitely work on his cardio. Because, I mean, him being that big, anybody else, though, Bracamonte might have been tough and durable. But if you have somebody else in there with some power, along with some accuracy in a different style, Jarrell Miller might be in trouble. Then again, this is his comeback fight. Okay, this is his first fight in 4 years. So he did pretty good. He got a point deducted from him, from a low blow, which I think was rather excessive because there were no other warnings. They just took a point from him. So I was like, okay, what the hell? But a point was taken. He did win a 10-round slugfest with Bracamonte. And I think that Jarrell Miller, I don't know where he goes from here, but he certainly showed that he can go 10 rounds. See, a lot of people that wanted Jarrell Miller to further fall through the cracks would want him to gas out 8, 9, and 10, But was I impressed? Yes and no. I was impressed that he could do that without drugs. That's an accomplishment. You have to give him that much. Okay. Speed, power, physique. No, I was not. I think that Jarrell Miller, he's not known to be a puncher again, but, I think he definitely worked out some kinks. I think he definitely, got the ring rust off. I am glad that he went 10 rounds. So that's something to consider, with Jarrell Miller. But, the size gets me, I'm thinking like, man, if Ruiz loses to Ortiz, I would love to see Ruiz fight Jarrell Miller. I think that would be one hell of a fight because you got two big guys and Jarrell Miller is a lot bigger than Andy Ruiz is now, But I think if he gets some weight down, I think the cardio and I think the speed and everything will come together. If he gets down to at least 300, 295 even, I think that would help him out a lot. Okay. But I look forward for Jarrell Miller to come back into the ring. What his next step is, of course, he wants fights like Anthony Joshua, and that will always be something that could possibly be around the horizon if he keeps winning. And all this that Jarrell Miller has been through, a lot of things to consider, he is still undefeated. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Jarrell Miller winning a 10-round slugfest drag-out fight against Ariel Bracamonte. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.